Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, where today it is time for the level 50 Dark Knight quest. We're going to start off as usual with our daily minion roulette. Today we have the Model Magitech bit. And the quest we are doing today, this is the reason I started playing Final Fantasy XIV in the first place. I got spoiled on what happens in this quest and immediately said I have to play this game. Now there's plenty of reasons I kept playing it, of course, but this is a good quest. Alright, before we begin, real quick, this is the gear I had at level 48-ish before I got my last two level ups in order to hit level 50. And of course the Zama's earrings are bumping up my item level quite a bit, as well as the Neophyte's ring. Watch my max HP, and actually watch my strength as well. 319 strength and 4347 max HP. Almost doubled my strength, meaning I'm doing almost double the damage now, just from an increase in item level from 59 to 126. And max HP just about doubled as well. God, item level is very powerful in this game. Alright. This is probably a little bit excessive. We do not need to be item level 30 for this. They don't even expect us to be item level 90. But let's take care of it. Hello, Frey. Frey was here long before we met. I knew you would come to your senses, Satora. Now, let us go. Frey, again? Are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? If I never see snow again, it'll be too soon. We should go somewhere warm, at least for a little while. Wait for me near the Gates of Judgment. When you are alone, call out and I shall join you. A moment later, Frey departs, though in what direction we cannot seem to recall. With the chat and say mode, use our keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase which includes Frey to attract her attention. Alright. Let's head out to the Gates of Judgment, but first I went ahead and grabbed my keyboard. And let's read that journal. Frey knows what is best for us, so we will do as she asks. We will wait for her outside the Gates of Judgment and say her name so she will know we are here. Alright, let's meet up with Frey outside and take a trip somewhere warm together. Away from all this snow. Alright, Frey, where are we meeting up? Over here? Ah, there we go. Alright then. Typing is hard. Don't question it. Wait, I know that voice. It's Satora Lanzi, the hero of the Scions. Yes? Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, madam. I mean, by the Fury, the woman who bested Shiva. Every knight under Lord Drillamon's command knows the tale. I could go on, but, well, I'll just say it. If I may, madam, we need your help. We've a giant problem, madam. A band of them has taken to raiding caravans passing through Danifan Pass. We think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillamon wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. We need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But now that you're here, madam, we have nothing to fear. Aye, while we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. So will you help us, madam? We beg of you. I'm trying to meet a friend. We beg of you. I guess. I can't just let you be in trouble like this. Thank you so much, madam. We won't forget this. Pray accompany me to the pass, madam. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. No. No more. Enough. Frey? Did I hear you? I don't see you. Alright, well, Frey's not here, so she'll just have to catch up with us later. These knights need our help, and we're gonna help. A pair of knights hailing from Whitebrim Front overhear our summons and recognize us as a warrior of light. Seizing the opportunity to exploit the good nature of the fool who could not wait for her comrade and put this nonsense behind her forever, the knights convince us to help them deal with a band of giants. Head to Danifin Pass and get it over with. Their leader should be somewhere in the tunnels, madam. Once you are in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, you should only have to contend with the leader and his guards. May the Fury guide and protect us. While our courageous new friends distract the Dross, we will seek out and slay the leader. What a brilliant plan! Nothing like the countless other times we slew someone else's enemies. Oh, get back out here, Juniper, please. I need your assistance on this one. Alright, giants, where are you? You'd think they'd be pretty easy to spot given their size. Ah! There they are. Also, you may notice that I moved my hotbar around a little bit. I moved Blood Weapon up until a very, very odd location. Trust me, this makes sense for level 100. It's an adjustment I made for my level 100 hotbars. Ooh, hold on. Oh, this weapon is flickering really strangely. Is that a glitch or is that intentional? I don't think I like that very much, actually. Anyways, what was it saying? Oh yes, it's a change I made for my level 100 on my main, for the sake of making Savage rating a little bit easier. It puts two abilities very close together that I usually use together, so it is better on my fingers to have them right next to each other. And for the sake of muscle memory, I put Blood Weapon up there for this character as well. Alright, took care of the giants. We killed them. Well done. Can we go now? By the Fury, you really did it, and you made it look so easy. As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It was starting to look rather grim, actually, but the moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It was an honor to fight with you, madam. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now, ever since you first came to Whiterun Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you would risk your life without thought for fame or fortune. How the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir! Sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Drillamon, sir. He heard we were in the field with Satora and is demanding she come to Whiterun Front at once. Demanding? What is the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It would seem she was observed conversing with a corpse in the broom. Not that anyone would ever believe such slander, of course. What? With a corpse? A solo duty, then. Serve, save, slave, slay. We struggle to hear the words of the night over the pounding in our head. It would seem that Lord Drillamon has summoned us to Whiterun Front to discuss allegations which have been made against us, including the rather disturbing charge that we were observed conversing with a corpse. Nothing for it, then. Journey to Whiterun Front and kill them all. I should warn you, madam, that some of these allegations were made by temple knights. You may be asked to surrender your weapon. Well then, nothing for it but to defend ourselves. Surrender your weapon? After what happened in Ul'dah, they must be mad. Pay attention, Satora. This could be the greatest moment of our life. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that's been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name. Say it. My real name. Our real name. Come now, you knew Frey was dead from the beginning, but you didn't care. You had a sword and a soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and the knowledge, a dark knight who could guide you on the path, who you could aspire to become. A woman who is free to say and do the things you would not. Even now you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You cannot deny what we have done. Have I not been good to you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did I not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Everything up to now has been your story. And everything after now will be mine. Ever since the beginning, Frey has been us. You can't really kill me, you know. Oh, you'll try, but you'll fail. You may as well put the blade at your own neck, but where would that leave us, Pull yourself together, Satora. You are stronger than this. Friends, really? This is a private affair and you know it. Heh, things are certainly coming to a head, aren't they? But carry on pretending otherwise, if it please. Do you have any idea how ridiculous you look? Flailing about like a wild beast in battle against yourself. A house divided cannot stand, Satora. It would seem I underestimated myself, but no matter. They have borne witness of the darkness within us, to what lies beneath the mask. Satora! Satora, listen to us! We will never forsake you, no matter what. We know who you are, Satora. We know, and so do you. A fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean. Forgive and forget. Convince yourselves that she can be controlled. The warrior of light, our weapon of light. It isn't too late, Satora. We can still be free. Satora? So this is your answer. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. If this is how it must be, then so be it. But know that when you tire of this charade, I shall be here, waiting to take the reins. You need only ask. I'm not crying, you're crying. What are you talking about? Ah! Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, I love a good plural story. Hell yes. Oh, God. Darkness dwells within us all, but few are forced to confront it as we are. One moment, Frey stands before us, and in the next, it is our twin. As we wrestle for control with our dark side, the voices of White Brim Front cry out to us in support, even as our own voice belittles our struggle. And then, as quickly as it begins, it ends. Our soul is in our keeping once more. So, just to make sure it is clear what happened there. And what I'm about to say is effectively canon. After the trauma of everything that has happened, the constantly throwing our lives in danger, with seemingly little regard for our own safety, especially from the Scions, looking at how they handled the whole Shiva incident in particular, and then what happened at the Bloody Banquet in Ul'dah, how we nearly lost our lives and our freedom. Everything we are asked to do is a huge toll. It's a huge burden for any hero to bear. And deep down, part of the Warrior of Light just couldn't take it anymore. So when they reached out to that Dark Knight Soul Crystal, the Soul Crystal allowed them to manifest that inner trauma, that inner turmoil and torment as a mentor to train them as a Dark Knight and guide them on the path to potentially giving it all up, giving up the life of a hero which has tortured them so much, learning to love themselves and run away. But we can't do that, can we? The world still needs us, and it's not as if people don't appreciate us. It's not as if our efforts are in vain. It's a huge burden, but one we will take on, but one we must acknowledge the enormity of. Hopefully, Frey, Satori will take your lessons to heart, and while she will not give up being a hero, she will try to love herself a little bit more. I have mentioned in the past a bit of Satori's story as we've been going through this, and she had a particularly rough time around the end of A Realm Reborn. Between Graha, her boyfriend, locking himself in the Crystal Tower for... she'll probably never get to see him again, and losing Moonbrita, someone she was beginning to become friends with, and then losing everything in the Bloody Banquet, and as I mentioned, the whole Shiva incident. She was beginning to feel like she didn't matter and like everything was falling apart around her, and well, she's been having a bad one. So it's only natural that she, of my 5 Warriors of Light, would become the Dark Knight of the group. She needed this. She needed to speak to Frey. It's so good! But yes, also this does confirm that canonically the Warrior of Light is plural. If you don't know what that is, I'm not gonna bother with explaining it because there's so much fucking misinformation out there, and I don't want to be the one to have to dig through all the weeds on that. I really don't want to dig into it, but the Warrior of Light is canonically plural, and that's fucking awesome, and fuck you if you think that's a problem. Well, I mean, you can always just not do Dark Knight. That's also valid. Or you can, like, rewrite the canon to your own suitings for your own personal character. But I love that for the purpose of... for the purpose of the narrative of Dark Knight, the Warrior of Light is plural, and that's really fucking cool. That's rare to see in media, that it be treated... I mean, this isn't the best handling ever of it. It still kind of leans into the your headmate, your alter is kind of a dick, but like in this case, it was purely like lashing out in a desperate attempt to like protect you from your own, effectively the self-harm you've been putting yourself through by being a hero. So like, it is honestly one of the really better representations of plural characters in media, and it's really fucking cool. Praise Helona, you're all right, madam. For a moment we feared we'd lost you forever. Lord Drillamon made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened. Not that he had to ask, mind. As for your friend, I am told he will be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. Ah, yes, and there's another thing. There is a subtle hint. A very subtle hint as to the truth of this quest. Other than, like, you know, the journal narrating almost from Frey's perspective for almost the entirety of it. When you first hear about Frey's corpse in the broom, you're told that Frey's pronouns are he, him. But then, when you go to speak with Frey in the broom, Frey's pronouns are your pronouns. They're always your pronouns. If your character is a guy, it's he, him. If your character is a girl, it's she, her. And now, we're back to he, him for Frey. It kind of almost implies that we accidentally reanimated Frey's corpse, in a way, and that's what came in and attacked everyone in Whitebrim Front? Oh dear, we did some necromancy on accident, it sounds like, though that's not strictly confirmed. May his soul rest in peace. Alright, we get our item level 90 Dark Knight armor. That is our artifact gear, effectively, for A Realm Reborn. And we get Living Dead, one of the most complicated and difficult tank and invulnerability abilities to use. But it is probably also my favorite because it's just so interesting. It's zombie mode! We can use it once every 5 minutes. Grants the effect of Living Dead. When HP is reduced to 0 while under the effect of Living Dead, instead of becoming KO'd, our status will change to Walking Dead. Living Dead will last for 10 seconds, and will also restore HP with each weapon skill successfully delivered or spell cast, with a cure potency of 1500. Wow, that is very powerful. Oh, that is slightly misleading. Okay, I'll explain that in a moment. The additional, the self-heal doesn't apply until you have Walking Dead on. Walking Dead is what gives you the self-heal. Living Dead is just 10 seconds until you're, before the Walking Dead activates. Okay, let me reread that then. So when HP is, so you get Living Dead when you use this, and when HP is reduced to 0 while under the effect of Living Dead, instead of becoming KO'd, our status will change to Walking Dead. Living Dead will last for 10 seconds before it expires. If we reduce our HP to 0 before it expires, we get Walking Dead. While Walking Dead is up, we get restores HP with each weapon skill successfully delivered or spell cast with a cure potency of 1500, which is a wildly strong self-heal. While under the effect of Walking Dead, most attacks will not lower our HP below 1. If, before Walking Dead timer runs out, an amount of HP totaling our maximum HP is restored, the effect will change to Undead Rebirth. If this amount is not restored, we will be KO'd. So we have to restore at least as much as our max HP before Walking Dead runs out, or we die. If we do successfully restore our full HP during that time, we get Undead Rebirth. Walking Dead lasts for 10 seconds, so we've got a 10-second time limit to fully heal ourselves. This is actually not nearly as hard as it seems because that cure potency is ridiculously strong. Oh my god, 1500 is a lot. While under the effect of Undead Rebirth, most attacks will not lower our HP below 1. And its duration is the time remaining on Walking Dead, so we only have 10 seconds total after we switch to Walking Dead before the effect is fully gone. But the faster we can restore our HP, the faster we switch into Undead Rebirth. Which just means our invulnerability continues for the remainder of the time that Walking Dead had. Does Undead Rebirth... I think Undead Rebirth still has the cure potency, it still has a self-heal effect? But that's roughly how it works. So it is highly recommended with Living Dead that you coordinate with your healers. Because if you use Living Dead, and then you don't hit 1 HP, or you don't hit 0 HP before it runs out, you've effectively wasted your Living Dead. It is only if you run out of HP while under Living Dead that you get all the fun shit, like you can't die for 10 seconds, and you have a ridiculous self-heal. So you want to coordinate with your healers to make sure that you don't get healed while you have Living Dead up. Very popular strategy that I've been using, is I set up a macro that goes off whenever I use Living Dead. This macro will, one, put in party chat, hey, I'm using Living Dead, don't heal me, and it also puts a sound effect with it to like alert the healers to look at the chat and see that I've used Living Dead. And then after it puts out in the party chat, it then uses Living Dead like 12 times, because sometimes macros can be a little bit funky, and sometimes it literally takes multiple casts on a macro of an ability in a macro before it actually goes off, because macros are glitchy as hell. But that's about the best way you can handle Living Dead. It's a very fun invulnerability, but it's also really hard to use right. You really gotta make sure you are coordinating with your healer. Your healer needs to know not to heal you while you're under Living Dead, or you're going to be in trouble. Are you certain you are alright, madam? You seem a little... Never mind. Fare you well. Thank you. I'm so sorry about everything that happened here. We subdue our dark side, for now. Alright. Let's see. One more bit in the journal. By Lord Drillamon's command, none will speak of what they saw, a gesture we find more comforting with every passing moment. Even after regaining our faculties, our memories of Frey are still muddled. And though our dark side has been subdued, it remains our constant companion, yearning to be free, yearning to set us free. We need only ask. As Frey promised, if ever we wish to retire from being a hero and go do something for ourselves, go be free of all this, of all the obligations and requirements of us. We need only ask, and Frey will set us free. Not necessarily by killing everyone, no, that was just a very desperate lashing out. No, Frey will probably just like take us on vacation somewhere, just take control of the body for a bit, and we'll go on vacation somewhere and not have to worry about anything. Like, Frey's not the type of person who would go on a murder spree. Like, all the people in Wiper in front, no, they weren't dead, they were just like, they were basically just knocked on their asses. Basically just to make a point. Frey just wanted us to get the fuck out of there and protect ourselves for once. Okay, let's see. Where did Living Dead end up? It ended up there? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's set up that macro real quick. Nope, actually that one's fine. Let's see. Living Dead. Let's go over setting up a macro. First off, we're gonna set the macro icon will be the Living Dead icon. This will, one, give it the icon of Living Dead, and two, whenever Living Dead's on cooldown, so will this macro, because it has the icon for Living Dead. Very handy. We're going to turn off macro errors, because we're going to be repeating an action repeatedly. We don't need to be spouting out arrows at us. Then we're going to put in party chat, using Living Dead. Come on, I know I can type better than this. And then we can put a sound effect in there. I'll do sound effect 1. Some people also put memes in their macros. On my main, I use a Hildebrand joke. Don't heal me so I can fulfill my life's dream of joining the Gentle Dead Men, is I think what mine is currently at. But you can meme in there if you want. The important thing is using Living Dead and a sound effect so healers know don't heal you. Also, don't heal me. Say that as well. And then we can say Living Dead, and we can just fill up the rest of the macro's 15 lines with Living Dead, because Living Dead has a 5-minute cooldown. It's not like it's going to use it multiple times. This is just going to ensure that, it's right there. Where do I normally have my Living Dead? I think I have it right there normally. But yeah, that just ensures that... Well, there's no one in our party, so it's not actually going to put anything in the party chat, unfortunately. Oh well. But, yeah, if it works, it should put the image in our... Sorry, the message in the party chat so healers will know not to heal us, and then it will use Living Dead 12 times, and one of those is surely going to go off, and then we will be good to go. And yeah, as I said, it has the cooldown on there. Though the party message will go off every time you hit this, even though it's on cooldown, just because macros unfortunately aren't that flexible. But it is very much, especially as Dark Knight, a good idea to have this macro up, or something like this up, so that when you use Living Dead, your healers know not to heal you and screw up Living Dead. Yeah. It's a tricky ability to use, but it can be very powerful if used right. It is so good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Alright then. That is it for the A Realm Reborn section of Dark Knight's quest. But, there's somebody watching us. And it looks like they have something for us to do. Interesting. I suppose I'll see everyone next time as we start the Heavensward Dark Knight quest.